Okay. All right, guys, what's going on? As you can see, some changes. Long hair is gone, so I don't know. Uh, but yeah, it's been a long time, man. First of all, I'm not fully back. I'm back to trading, but I'm not fully back to streaming. Today, I just wanted to come and say hi to you guys. That's all. People who follow me, just to make sure that you don't get the wrong ideas that I've run away or something like that. No, I'm still here. Pretty much had a lot going on for the past month. That's why I haven't been streaming. I haven't been trading as well. I'm not gonna lie, not as much as I would like to. I've been dabbling here and there, just for swing ideas. Even then, not much to be honest. But yeah, I'm trying to be sort of coming back full time to streaming the way I used to. But it's gonna take a while because I've got uh, I've been catching man flu every 2 months, and I think I've caught it, and I don't know whether you can hear it from my voice. So if the health permits, I'm gonna be back. If not, then it might take another 2 3 days or maybe next week to come back properly. Hopefully by then I'll be feeling much better. Yeah, I've been. I definitely caught something for sure. So I know my body how it reacts. So I don't think it's going to be over in 1 day or 2 day. I've been actually under the weather for the last 2 days, but it hasn't caught me as much as I would just lie down in the bed. So I'm still like carrying on, trying to beat it, trying to pretend there's nothing there. Hopefully there is nothing. But anyways, so that's why I'm not back this week. I did mention that I will be back this week. That was the reason why I couldn't be streaming a few days ago. But anyways, that's the update. For the past month, I would say 3 weeks, I've been busy because, as you know, if you are in the join in the Discord, I did mention that I'm receiving some guests from abroad. Family members coming over. My mom was coming over to stay for a while. They overstayed, which was great. And yeah, lots of fun. And I couldn't have traded or streamed at all because I wanted to give my full attention to the guests, and I was able to do that thanks to trading. Anyways, so yeah, I'll be hopefully trying to be back for good this coming Monday next week, if the health permits. Maybe starting tomorrow. Just wanted to mention that. Now, I'm just gonna wait up for the for our usual suspects to come alive and start to give me some updates on what's been happening with them. Until then, I'm just gonna go through some of the charts, some of the stocks that might be interesting for the day. All right, let's look at something from the. Let's just get rid of these because they are irrelevant now. To FSLR went really nice, really good moves. Could be another move due on this one. RAVN just bouncing off, dead cat bounce, ARTX. Okay, that's interesting. Let's just look at the daily first. That's more interesting. Okay. This is quite a strong stock. Went from 1 all the way to 5s in a very stable manner. This is a stable trend. If you want to look at the trend that is stable, this is it. Something like this is, you can't ignore that a lot of dip buying comes in every time it pulls back certain percentage. So goes for a run, pulls back, nice and decently holds. These patterns are the ones that you need to keep an eye on. Once you find these stocks, I mean, even this little flag pattern break was okay, but then if you have actually missed on that one, or if you have gotten stopped out, you could always try to sort of get back in. These are, I mean, you don't need to complicate things too much. I would say this was a bit confusing, but again, you're not going to get a perfect one. You're never going to get a perfect one. Yeah, so this is what a stable trend look like. It just pulls, goes for a run, pulls back, decent sort of range, decent pullback, takes its time, and then goes for another run. Pulls back, creates some sort of a pattern, and then goes for another run. And now we are on this 3rd or 4th run now, and we're actually on the pullback. It might be due for a pullback, but this is just too stable for me to look for shorts. I was going to look for shorts on this one, and I decided not to because a few things wrong with it for shorts. One is the range for me to short this is not enough. So I'm not expecting too much from it. 450 to, even if it goes to 4, that's 50 cents. For me to be paying a lot of overhead costs and stuff like that is not really worth it. So, and also it's a very stable trend up. So I'm just going to ignore that for short. Longs, I'm not looking for longs anyways on this one because it's at that point where it's kind of getting extended. I'm waiting for the pullback on it. And when it does, we might be there to catch it, hopefully. What's up, buddy? Doritos, yeah. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Good to be back, definitely. And yeah, I just wanted to come. As I mentioned in the stream earlier, I just came to say hi. That's all. Today I'm not going to go crazy on the stream. It's just like usual timing might not be. I won't be able to do that. But I'm just going to say hi and quickly run off because one, I'm not feeling that great health-wise. Yeah, so my throat is, I've got something, I think. And I need to be, yeah, I need to make sure that I don't mess it up. I don't make it worse. Just promised you guys I'll be back this week, and as I was gonna come back this Monday, I believe, a few days ago, I actually caught it, so I couldn't. Today I feel a bit better, but as you know, it takes a while. It takes a week at least. So just wanted to come back and say hi, and just to understand and catch up with you guys a little bit. That's all. There won't be much of trading talk today. If there is something interesting, then we'll definitely talk about it. But just want to catch up with you guys. That's all. So how you been, Doritos? I know you've been active in the Discord, which is great to see. Some of you have been really active. which is which is great. And hopefully it's going to be even more now that I am more involved. Hopefully that's the way forward. Where's the rest of the crew? I think it's still a bit early, right? It's before 9 a.m. Yeah, so we have plenty of time. BBIO 15. Okay, these were just removing some stuff that I had on my list. What? I can't delete this. Okay. That's good. But you've been trading, have you, recently? You've been trading? What have you been trading? How have you been doing? Doing okay? If I'm not mistaken, are you trading futures, Doritos? Or the ETFs, SPY? Okay. Let's have a look at... Well, I want to look at some of the things I do look at. Let's try to find something. Let's try to find on momentum scanner, CDLX, NFTG. That's all I see. IonQ and IFRX. All of these are not too bad actually. They look alright to me. Alright, so CDLX. I might be a bit low on the energy side. It's not that I don't have energy. I just don't want to force my too much pressure on the throat, guys, if I start shouting. So I'm trying to keep it down low on the voice so that I can come back very quickly, recover easily. CDLX, what did this do? This is a dead cat bounce, gaps up. Why did it gap up? To block. Best down record of the company boost forecast. Okay, so there's a maintains $8 price target. Not too crazy of a catalyst for this kind of run. We will see. There might be some opportunity on this one, so I'm gonna add this for a possible watch on this bad boy, CDLX. Let's have a look at SPY actually, because I do think that SPY still is in that pattern where we could call it starting to change the structure of the whole last year's structure. It still hasn't done so. What I'm looking at is this. So earlier on, when I was looking at it, this trend line was holding really nicely, and I was like, okay, guys, if this trend line holds, this is gonna go for a nice little bull run. It didn't. It kind of bounced off of here really nicely, right over, and I was like, okay, optimistic a little bit. But this fail here, well, okay, then I started to seriously look into short sellings on SPY. Because I wasn't really sort of happy with what I was looking for long. So these days, I think I was only short biased on it. Now my next level was this area here, around 380s, 377s. If it broke that, then I would completely be short biased on it, because it would have had broken a bigger structure to the downside, which means the pressure would be too much to the downside to be looking for long biased. So now, definitely we can be long biased on it. We have a small structure break. We also have a like medium-term structure hold, which means we could either be, as I mentioned before right here as well, we could be in chop between this high and this low, right? This is what I mentioned here. We could be getting into these chops. Until we break that, we probably couldn't tell. We really couldn't tell, but we are really close to breaking this 415s again, and then 420s. And once we are beyond 420s, hopefully that's when it's going to start to run. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll look at this. So that's what I think on SPY. Yes, it looks good for longs. If you are holding something, that it does definitely look good, in my opinion. We are trading a little bit gap down, but that's pretty normal from a move like this to have a gap down and then attempt to gap fill, maybe go beyond. So this might be a good opportunity for gap fill ideas. We just have to find some levels around at the lows here, 407s. Yeah, yesterday's lows was really, really good level. Okay, so the first level I see is this level here. So keep an eye on this level. If it starts to open around this level here, and especially if it's away from this level and it actually washes towards this level, that could be a really, really good dip buy area for SPY. Now, you don't have to trade SPY. You could trade big names, just correlation to SPY. Like your Netflixes, AMDs, Apples, and Teslas and all that. Tesla doesn't seem to respect SPY's move recently, but still look into it. 407.60. This also low of this is also a good level right now as it stands. This might hold because it's not as weak as I think it's looking. It just looks weak, but it's not as weak, in my opinion. But anyways, that's a SPY. So what are we thinking on the SPY? Well, a little bit long biased, definitely. Maybe a gap fill opportunity, maybe beyond gap fill opportunity as well, because we are getting gap down. Not a lot of gap down, to be honest. These kind of gaps, to be honest, fills up quickly. So I'm kind of gearing towards gap fill on the SPY. So maybe a open wash, right? The opening wash coming down to this level here, around these levels, maybe even beyond 407 might be a better area, even 407, this area here. We'll see. But as soon as it starts to show sign of reversal, I don't want to trade today, to be honest, but that might be an opportunity for longs. But for swing ideas, I might be looking into some of the stocks to go long on those kind of areas. Now, what is the next case scenario? Well, the worst case, well, the opposite case scenario would be that it actually breaks this level and starts to trend lower and lower, creating a structure that is formed some nice decent trend. What I mean by that is basically lower lows and lower highs underneath this. Then that'll be a bit. We'll have to be careful with that, right? So yeah, SPY definitely looks good. Especially I was actually looking at this trend line, 400 breaks after this. The other day I was looking at, I was around here somewhere, I think. And then when this day it was actually taking 400s, and I was saying, you know what? Today it might take on and around 400, because around 400 it plays a lot of games. But once we close above 400, which it did this day, then it's going to look really nice. So those are the days. Once you know that it's closed above 400, if you're looking for some swings, you can be confident in holding that swing. Where was 400? Yeah, right here. So let's say this day you were just waiting, you were making sure that the SPY closes very strong and you have some swings on the big names. Now, the way it closed here, over 400, trading over 400 and closed around 401.20, right at the highs almost. This should give you confidence to hold things for the next day, as it actually gapped up and carried on. It didn't even gap fill. It attempted to gap fill again, as you can see, very, very close to gap fill. Look at that. And reclaimed the strength. Great. All right, so let's have a look at AI. AI has been hot lately. Believe it or not, I was, before I went I was, yeah, I was long here, and then I think I added back on these pullbacks. Yeah, I started here 21. I know that I started here, and I think I added back. I had some. I didn't get really decent move like this, but I think I got out somewhere here, somewhere after the when I was not streaming. So that's over. That trade's over and done. But 32 looks very good. The chart looks very good for possible big moves on this one. Possible big moves. Normally I would short this thing. Normally looking at the charts, I would short this thing for the second day continuation, especially after this move. But I'm really a bit skeptic about the short on this. I don't have any swings on this one yet. I've finished the swing, I think. It might have been here actually, 26, not 28. It might have been here somewhere. I ended this swing. But anyways, just a bit too choppy recently. So there's a lot of commotion going on with the AI. So that's why we are seeing these. Some negatives about it, some positives. So we'll see. But if it does show us some weakness around 24s, under 24 is a really good level to be looking for shorts. There's room as well. Yeah, we'll keep this, guys. I mean, shorting possibility is there, as well as, remember, this one could actually bounce big as well if it does. So I'll be very careful on this one. If you're going to trade it, I'm only looking for, right now, I wouldn't touch it for swing. I would not touch it for swing. I'm just going to wait for it to, actually not even this week, maybe a few weeks it requires, unless it starts to really sort of ramp up over 30s. But for day trading, it sounds like a good vehicle to keep an eye on. You can ride this thing if it does start to, if it's already showing some weakness. Yeah. Looks okay. What else was there? What is your thought on that, Doritos? What are you planning? Long or short? What is your bias on it? Yeah, AI day trade. I agree 100%. AI day trade only. There's no swings on that one at the moment. Buru is the one that you mentioned, right? Oh, Buru. Wow, okay. What's the news on this one, Doritos? Department of Defense for a position on the multiple award infinite delivery quality for high energy laser beams. Is this a military thing? I don't trade these things. I hate these things. I hate these companies that's to do with any equipment, military. Can't even talk right now. Anything to do with military or defense. No, I wouldn't trade this, to be honest. Sorry. Trend line on what? Industrial machinery. So this is a weapon company, right? It's a weapon-based company, so it's to do with delivering weapons and stuff like that. Laser beams, yeah. No, I'm not gonna trade this. Yeah. AI, however, is definitely due for good day trading opportunity. Trend line on the daily. We're talking about here. Are we talking about here? Yeah, I mean 24. That's coming up to 24 now today. Yeah. Right? Is that what you're talking about, or some other? Yep. I agree. That trend line is quite strong. 24 definitely, nevertheless, 24.11, 24.10, 24 is a crucial level. If it starts trading under 24s and stays under it, then that's weakness written all over it. And the more it stays under, the more chance of it washing for another day the red is high. So I'm thinking if it does do that, there is potentially good move without it being stopped. We're talking from 24s all the way to 22s, maybe even beyond. So there is room definitely for short bias opportunity. But also, these kind of big washes will come up with a big bounce as well. Sometimes it will come with a big bounce, especially with a stock like that is hot, a sector that is really hot. All it requires is a positive note, positive sort of PR release or news that could actually make this thing bounce. So be wary of that. NFTG. What else are we looking at? CDLX we already put, and let's have a look at NFTG. Okay, so what is trending higher? Gainers. So look at this. 2133, that's too low. I think ADXN 35 to 125. Nope. Okay, MGIH. Let's have a look at the MGIH. Ah, come on. MGIH. Is this an IPO? Is this an IPO? IPO could be very difficult. If this is an IPO, I think it is. So if this is an IPO, then yeah, I wouldn't touch it. Let it settle down for a week or two, maybe even a month, and then start looking for it. But at this point, nah. NFTG. Nah, that's just too low. Under $2, I wouldn't touch that. I'm not touching it. IonQ. I know this stock, IonQ. This stock, this is the most interesting one I have actually seen for a while. This is earning-based move, and I think we might have been late on it. I have some strategies on earnings that who follow me for a while know this. This was beautiful actually on the earnings day, and as well as the continuation. So two strategies would have worked out really nicely for possible swing ideas even on this one. Really nice. So this was the first day. So this was earnings gag off. Oh wow, beautiful. I mean, this thing is just that's 1 2, that's your entry, and then you had, oh wow, okay. Whew. This would have been a really nice trade, and then we got ourselves the second day, which actually was quite normal for it to actually do inside day. The third day even better, because we have inside day a high of 650. So you're actually stalking that 650 for the third day. And here we go on the third day, 650 hits. Kind of choppy a little bit. It would have actually taken you out once at least. And then the second break, it could have been an ideal for that long. Yeah, beautiful. But now it's too late. In my opinion, it's already moved from 5 all the way to 7s. That's quite a bit of move. We can still keep an eye on it for sure. Is the drive there? The volume came in. There might be some more push to the upside. It's gapping up to 750. This is a difficult one. It really is a difficult one. Hi, what's up, Oasis? Yeah, I mean, you should clearly know this strategy, right? I mean, this is beautiful. Like, especially before the earnings, look at the price action, right? It started to bounce and then started to create nice little pattern. Beautiful. And look at the volume, though. It's just amazing. I think we missed a boat on this one. I think we need to leave it alone. Because if we look at it from the long perspective on this one, we're still going to get caught on the big pullback, which is due on this one. We might not be able to hold. We might not be able to withstand that kind of pullback. I know I won't, so I'm going to leave it alone until dust settles on this one. What do you think about the new look, Oasis? What do you think? Kojak look. That's why I'm wearing a cap, guys. I don't like the caps, but it's just, I look funny when there's no hair. Okay, IonQ definitely we can keep an eye on, but we'll be a little bit careful. IFRX. Oh, sorry, did you? Where was it? Dude, where is your comment? This is the only comment I see from you. Or was it on Discord? Strange. I actually missed your comment. Anyways. Oh, they probably hold on. It might be on my studio. Yeah, I think they might have blocked it. But anyways. How you been, man? Missed you guys. Did you miss me? IFRX 465 is a really good run for the first day. What is it running for? First of all, what is the sector? Biotechnology, healthcare, so biotech. So it goes from 2 all the way to 3.77s, and today is gapping up big. So we've got to keep this on watch. Doesn't matter. It might be very crowded. It's going to be very difficult to trade, but these kind of ones will produce huge moves. What a squeeze on this day. All right, let's have a look at why it did that. For treatment of COVID-19 patients received US FDA emergency use approval. InfoRx on NVs go big. Does anybody know about this? I'm not very familiar with these terms, but is this some sort of a medicine for the COVID, or is it a jab? By jab, I mean vaccine. Is this medicine related or jab related? If it's jab related, it's not news. If it's medicine related, then that's news. And that's why it's moving. I think it's probably medicine related. So yeah, keep an eye on this one, guys. This is very interesting. IFRX. IFRX seems very interesting. Okay. So that's going to go into gappers. What else do we see? Anything else, guys? No? I missed on the Finviz scanners as well. I'm a bit slow today. Do you have anything else, guys, that you're watching? Oh yeah, AIs will definitely be in play. They have been hot for a while now, especially for today. They will be in play for sure. So that's why, ask yourself if you want to put something in the watch list, is it in play? And if it is, then definitely it's worth your spot in that watch list. You might want to keep a sector of AI related stocks. What do we have? BBAI. Anybody else? I mean, when I was gone, anything else popped because of AI? Anything else? Sympathy plays. BBAI. I know that it goes SOUN. That is also similar to AI, and Baidu was also involved, but that's not. No, I'm not trading today. I just came to say hi, start the stream. I'm not, my throat's a little bit hurting. It's not that bad, but just wanted to come and say hi. I won't be trading today because I'm not 100%. And if I'm feeling better tomorrow, I'll be coming back regular. If not, next week, hopefully. I'm just getting myself in the groove again. It takes a while. Yeah, you too, buddy. You too. Good seeing you again. I mean, good. What do I say? Good chatting with you again. Hope you've been well. Anyways, we'll catch up either way soon enough. Doesn't even work, man. Doesn't work. Anyways. Where's Zell at? Zell is not here. Somebody poke him. Is he trading these days? I think he's trading, right? He's back to trading. Snicker? Snicker comes back late anyways. If he does come back on Discord, if I'm not, tell him I said hi. And I'll catch him up on the stream or on Discord soon. Everybody else, I know Silver wanted to come back as well. So yeah, there's I think it's a good time to be coming back. Especially when the SPY is moving like this. It's gives some sort of a really decent optimism, right? Especially if you do swing or position trades. For investors, it's been a null. It's been like basically nothing since 2022, right? A year and a half of nothingness for investors, right? So it's about time this thing started to... Not that I have a lot of things hooked up to investing. To be honest, I don't really invest. Even the longest I held was probably... I can't remember, but just over a month or two. The longest, I would say, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe 3 months. But that's not investing. That's not investing. That's just position management or swing trading, like a longer swing trade. Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm not an investor, especially for the last year and a half. What the SPY market has been doing hasn't produced anything. In fact, you probably would be down. All right. Let's have a look at the gappers, and then I will make my way. So pre-market gappers, what do we have? We have Buru that our guy was talking about. Doritos were talking about. Buru. NIR. NIR? What is this thing, man? This is... No. Sorry, Doritos. I'm not going to touch that thing. That's just no way to trade it. Buru, as I mentioned, you can trade it. It looks really good if you're okay with trading military equipment providers. I don't personally. Banks and these stocks, I wouldn't trade at all. But looks, yeah. I mean, if it was something else, I'll be all over it. Unfortunately, I'm not going to trade that. The other one, Luminal, right? Luminal Bioscience. this is gapping up really nicely. Right. Where's my 3 days, 1 minute? 5 days, 1 minute. But this is not giving me anything. Probably because there was no volume on it. That's probably why. So this one looks interesting. What is this about? Biotech, healthcare, unsolicited, non-binding transaction proposal to acquire Luminal on all cash bias. Oh, that's what I was thinking. This is definitely a buyout. This is a buyout. Nope, not gonna work for me. Buyout, no thanks. ATNF, ATNF is gapping up, and it's down. Nah, it's done. Not gonna even look at that. IFRX we already put right. IFRX is the one that is really interesting. This is the one that has a strong catalyst and is squeezed massive, and it still continues to squeeze decent volume. The only issue with this one is it could be quite crowded. When things are crowded, it's not a really good tool for scalping, especially scalping. If your stop is quite big, i.e. low of the day kind of stop, much bigger ATR stops, then yes, you can manage these. But if you someone like me with works with 10 cents, 20 cents risk, 30 cents on average, my thingy stop would be like 25 cents, something like that, which is very low. But my gains are massive. Like average is about $1, something like that. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to withstand these whipsaws. So unless I find a really good timing on this one. We'll see anyways. I'm not really planning to trade very serious. If there is a really good opportunity, when I say really good opportunity, this one either does massive squeeze, right? Massive. We're talking like 7, 8s, even 10s, right? That's when I will be looking at it. Even then, I will just be very careful trading this on the front side. I'll wait for the reversal signs to happen, backside, and then maybe look into shorting it. On the long side, if it actually pulls back around nice little pullback, 4.7s, 4.60s, and starts to hold, that's even better opportunity than short, because this has quite a bit of strength. I think even if it does pull back, which I do expect this to be pulling back a little bit, even if it does pull back to 4.5s, this pullback, if it holds, then yeah, that's a really good opportunity for possible long opportunities on this one for second day continuation on this, which I think might be due with the amount of volume that's coming in. Right, that's the only 2 times I'll look into trades on this one. The other watch list that I'm watching is not very interesting, unless CDLX does the 6:30 break and goes for another run. This also is, I'm not gonna lie, looks really good. It had a 60-something million volume, 70 million volume, 71 million volume yesterday. As you can see right there, gaps up. It's got a good catalyst as well for this move. So I'm kind of thinking if it breaks 6:30 right here, yesterday's close, then we might go for a second day continuation play on this one. So keep an eye on this one. CDLX and IFRX. IFRX and CDLX is the only ones I am paying attention to today, because they are running with some decent catalyst and they seem to be strong. And also they're not very extended. Like they don't have these days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of a run before pulling back. It's only 1 day of run. Second day is quite probabilistic wise. Second day could happen with a decent move towards 750s 8. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of room. So I'm liking this CDLX and IFRX. IFRX needs to really pull back to 4.5 for me though. 5 break could be a scalp. Not gonna lie. 5 break right now to the tick is actually rejecting from the 5. So if you do take that scalp, make sure you're quick with your hotkeys. When it starts running, when it starts to stretch out to 530s, 40s, you've got to be able to pull that trigger at exit trigger or partial trigger, whichever. Anywho, that's my take on my watch list for the day. On the big names. AI as well, by the way. AI is one of those that you need to keep an eye on. It's definitely in play. Looking weak for sure. It's under 24 as you can see, so definitely looking short biased for now. But if it does curl back now after the open, if it starts to curl back up, if we start to see some sort of a price action like this, let me show you. Where is it? Oh, dude, I don't even have my Epic pen. Epic pen. Here we go. So if we see on this, let's say it's trading like this right now, right? It's just chop, right? Chop, chop, chop. And if it does wash, as in under 2370s, but it starts to curl back up over the VWAP, which will be ideally 24 area at that point, right there, right? If it does curl back and starts to hold over 24s, that's your entry there. For a I would say, I wouldn't call it dip buy, but it's more of a really a big pullback really to the upside. And in fact, a big retracement to the upside because we had a big massive red day. We usually get a good bounce off of it. So that could be good. So there's two sort of scenarios that could play out on this one, short and long opportunities. Yes, sir. So not too bad. AI, CDLX, IFRX, good enough for today. Just keep an eye on those. Gappers. What else do we have? FRGT. FRGT, no, not for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's have a look at gap downs, 10% gap down. Yeah, was that? Oh, yeah, that gap down. But Doritos, this is something that is difficult to trade. This is a $3 stock, right? And it trades around 4 million. It traded around 4 million. Average is about 1 million, 1.6 million. I normally don't touch these. Low price stock needs to be trading over 20 million on average. 20 million, at least for the past 5 days of average, which is nowhere close to it. Why do I not do that? Because these are very easily manipulated stocks, right? If it trades very, very low volume, especially a low price stock, is highly playable stock, right? So we just don't have edge on these. So look at the way it moves intraday. Look at the gaps in between. You want to know what you don't want to trade? If you find yourself in these dots, if you find, let's keep it very technical. If you find yourself looking at a chart that has dots, 2 dots, like, let me show you here, like 2 dots, minimum 2 dots, right? Look, 2 dots close to each other, and it's very consistent. Don't touch it. Nah, it's a big no-no. It's a big no-no. Yes, today is bringing volume, but it's not. It's already down. And look at the volume, right? Look at the price action. So yeah, don't try to not touch those things. There's plenty of other opportunities, honestly. There's plenty. As I mentioned, IFRX is one of them. AI could be a bounce play. CDLX could be a really, really good opportunity as well. 3 really good watches, stocks to watch. MGIH, did you mention MGIH? Oh, I was talking about it. Yeah, no, don't touch that one as well. It's IPO, I think. Just let it settle down. That's it. Let's look at SPY. Market's about to open in about, what, 2 minutes, guys? If you are going to be trading today, best of luck. I wish you the best of luck. And just remember, if you're going to be trading large caps for long side, maybe it's ideal to either the SPY just washes up towards these levels, 407.20s, look for reversal signs off of these levels, or it starts to reclaim the VWAP, but even then it's going to be in that chop zone. I would prefer it to be breaking this 408.70s. If it starts breaking 408.70s and starts trading over it, then I'll be long biased. Maybe look for longs on the big caps, large caps, like Netflix's and your AMDs and Apples and Amazons. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I just came to say hi, and it's good to see you guys back. And hopefully I'll be back more usual and more longer hours. Today was just to say hi. That's all. And I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, sorry for not being able to be involved in the Discord. I know you've been messaging a little bit. I've been having some issues with my mobile Discord as well. They haven't been notifying me about somebody pinging me. I just noticed today that some people have been actually pinging me, and I haven't been actually able to get the notification. But anyways, I'm here, and is this open now? Yeah, it's open, isn't it? Yeah. All right. That's what I was wondering. Why is it moving? I'm just going to stay for the open for about, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. If I see something really juicy, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm just here. If somebody turns up, just going to say hi, and that's it. I'm just going to move my other watch list. That is for swing ideas. Let's see. While SPY settles down, I'm going to be looking at some of the possible swing ideas for the day or for the week. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This one looks interesting. This one looks really interesting. The volume is very low on this one though. DraftKings on the break of 20. Guys, looks interesting for possible swing ideas. Even before that, I have this daily on it. It's washing up very, very quickly. But it might take a while. This might take a while, guys, before it actually starts taking 20. So I'll put an alert just before 20, actually, so that I can be reminded of this on my mobile as well. If it starts breaking that, then there's a good possible opportunity on swings on this one. DraftKings. All right, so what is next? Nope. These are from my scanners, just in case. No. IQ, I traded it quite a few times over these levels here with some success, decent success. But it just didn't go. It still is valid, to be honest, on the break of 7.5, 8. But it's just, it hasn't really moved for me when I was trading it here. Just don't like it anymore. What else? FSLY, not yet. IoT looks interesting. This could produce something decent in the next week or so on the break of 20. Let's say we have, this is a good one actually. If we have a good structure built up on this IoT, for example, What do I mean by a good structure? Well, let's say we have this, right? We have that, we have this. When we have few of these, and then nice little structure like this, or it could be pennant, flag, or anything. Tightening of a price action on the daily, at least with the higher lows on the daily, and then it breaks that 20. Then Bob's your uncle. That's what you want to look at on the break of 20. So keep an eye on this one, IoT. I'll put it on these on my watch list so that we can keep track of it. Where is my swings? What the? Where's my scanners? Oh, it's here. Yeah, okay, here we go. I'm gonna put the IoT on this one, and then the other one was which one was it? DraftKings, right? DKNG. Those two look interesting. And ENVX, that's still early. SM, nope. XS looks interesting. XS though, this one breaks. Not liking it. It's just taking too long. But 70 break definitely is worth looking at. I'm gonna put an alert on this one as well. If it does go close to 70s, then I could take some action on this, especially now. This is exactly what I mean, guys. This is beautiful. Like, it's not the perfect because it's taken too long. It's taken too long. But the idea is just basically it pulls back and then creates this nice little really, really tight pattern with the higher lows, right? And it's tightening around the bigger level. Once it breaks this on a bigger level, that 70 break is very, very ideal on this one, right? If it does break, then off it goes. So that's your level to watch, 70 on this one. XS looks interesting. The only issue is the intraday price action. As you can see, the liquidity those gaps will show you that there's not enough liquidity, right? So the volume on this one is a big issue, big problem. And that's why the only good thing about it is a bigger price stock. It's not a $3, $4, $10 stock, sub $10 stock. It's $65 stock. So 5 million, 3, 4 million even is okay. IFRX halted. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm really not surprised on this one, Doritos, because the 5 break that I was mentioning, yeah, it actually pulled back over and under 5 and then just went for it. Yeah, this is complete euphoria. It's just, yeah. There's just the demand really shooting up. Supply isn't there. It's just only demand. So yeah, watch out for this one. I think this has the potential to do that move I was talking about, 7, 8, even 10s, maybe. Those crazy ones, this has the potential to do it. So this is your second day run. Good one. Keep an eye on that. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, some swing ideas. Okay. ETNB. XS, yeah, XS on the break of 70. I'll put this one as well on my list. XS. Dual, not yet. Just the volume is, oh, this APLS is really good, but nah. Just don't like the volume. Although 23. Nah. Okay. That's done. Last list that I need to look at is, yeah, this is the one. It's a bigger list. Once I go through this list, then I am done. And I will keep an eye. Let me just go back to my previous list. By the way, XM got bought. I don't know what you did with your share, Oasis. But this was a good trade while it lasted. Beautiful. I think I came out here somewhere on this day, 1760s. We started from 1450s to 1760s. It's actually not too bad. It got bought, so it was a really good trade for us, a swing trade. XM is done. AI is still looking into possible. Oh, wow, okay. AI bounces back down to. This is what I meant by like let it play its thing, let it go over and under 24s, and if it curls back, it's too quick though. I would really like it to be curling up with some decent time. Takes time, maybe half an hour or an hour, and then takes that 24. Then I will take longs. At this point, it's too difficult. It really is difficult. It's still in that price discovery mode. Let's have a look at AT&T. Sorry, FTNT. FTNT also was one of those that I was watching over the break of 65. This is beautiful because this is what I'm trying to tell you is, let it do its big move and let it create some sort of a price action that has really higher lows. And then on the break off, this is perfect, right? 62 break right here somewhere. You might have gotten stopped out a few times, but once you catch one, you're good to go. You're really good to go. So that turned out to be a really nice one. Not anymore, so I'm going to remove that. Meta was also the one I was watching. Before I left as well, I was mentioning. I actually tried to take it here. I took some day trades, I think, on Meta with some success, but I might have traded it here somewhere. I think it might have been here. And I just couldn't swing it because it didn't end up to be a swing, a stock that day suitable for swing. But the next few days, I think, it turned out to be this. And that's ideal. Beautiful. So Meta is a big miss from my side. I was mentioning before I actually went for a break. Sophie is done. SHC. SHC is still struggling on this area here. Yeah. SHC is not doing much. Let's just leave it alone. SOUN, these are AI based. FSLY, not yet. Spotify as well was a good one, but missed it. TGTX, I have a dodgy one though. This is a little bit of a crooked one. It's not the greatest, to be honest. On the 17 break, maybe there's a potential on this one, TGTX, but I don't like it. And that's it. IoT and DKNG and XS is the only ones. Mm-hmm. Why is this not producing anything? Oh, okay, it is producing something. Let's watch IFRX. So IFRX opens up, goes down a bit, but if this reclaims now, and it doesn't hold down, reclaims, breaks that 580, there's another scalping opportunity. But you have to be, again, very quick. 580, 585s, very, very quick you have to be. It needs to reclaim though very quickly. The more it holds here, the more chance of it is actually going down towards that VWAP and starts holding here. Yeah, it needs to break that very quickly. Scalping opportunity might be only if it breaks that 585 very quickly. Interesting. Let's have a look at the other ones. CDLX was the one I was watching as well. CDLX gaps down. Not a very good sign for the stock that moves like that. Usually it's an overextension. A gap down is a very bad daily for longs. But as I mentioned, if this thing breaks the 625s and starts trading over it, then watch out. There could be some more fire behind this for a possible second day run, or it could be an inside day. Today it could end up being inside day because we do have the highs of 670, which is way beyond 6 or 560s is trading right now. It's way away. It's like $1 away, so for a $5 stock. So that's interesting. AI, what is it doing? Okay, so it's interesting, this one. Actually, it's too choppy again. It's not really the price. Over here was a really decent price action. Like, this was the one that you could have taken, right? 2430s. But now, it's a bit difficult. If you're already in it, then yeah, just make sure just come out on the break of 24s. If I was in it, for any reason, anywhere here, I wouldn't have traded here, for sure. But if it's taking this 24 out, 24 under anything under 24s, I'm gonna leave it alone, because this now seems like a bigger pullback down, which is in line with my analysis that this might have a second day red, right? Second day red. So it's actually looking like more of a shorting opportunity than a long at this point. AI. INQ is looking good. This is a short right now, guys. This is a short with a stop just over 7, so about 12 cents stop. It's better to keep the stop. It's already done us an ATR move though, but this is beautiful. If it had bounced towards the 7s, if the ideal scenario, what I want this to do is just really go for the 710s and then pull back down instantly, but I think I missed it. And just back under 7. I will take that blindfolded, right? But right now it's just way, like we're talking 750s all the way to almost 650s. Quite a bit of move before it actually pulls back. So wait for it to pull back. This is really good. I think this areas, if it does pull back, and then shorting opportunity might be there. What's up, Zell? How's it going, buddy? How you doing? Just came to say hi, and I was asking about you from the guys, and I know that you've been trading. So yeah, good. How's it going with you? You've been on a roll, right? So this is doing what I expected to do, so which is basically going towards the 710s and then reject strongly from there. So I want to see something like I want to see something like imagine this is red. Imagine this is red. Right? It goes up and closes like that. Right? It goes up and takes out 710s, 7s, and then closes like that. This is red. Right? Why am I saying this is red where I can actually paint it red? Let me paint it. It's already gone. Actually, there was an opportunity, 690, yeah. If I was trading this, I probably would have actually started this. I wouldn't fill in full position here because it's my ideal entry would have been around 7s on this one. Yeah, no, I didn't actually post it on Discord either anyway, so I just came in like kind of like a surprise thing, just wanted to say hi. I'm not planning to trade or anything because I'm not 100% in the right healthy mind, I would say, at this point. Well, not mind, physically I'm a bit under the weather, so I don't want to risk it. Plus I need to really get back in the zone. So that's why I came and see what's going on, you know, get my eyes a little bit refreshed with the charts. Get those greens in my eyes, you know what I mean? Good for my eyes. Anyways, that looks good. IFRX, interesting. Ooh, it's holding up nicely, huh? It's holding up really nicely. Did you trade IFRX by any chance today? Interesting. Okay, 563 break. 540 is holding up really nicely on this one, surprisingly well. Yeah, that's one of the bigger issues as well. As you do well, sizing up is a much bigger issue. It takes a while, Zell. It's just I wish I could say something that's gonna be instant sort of correction to that problem, but there is no instant medicine. It's just a slow process. Your mind and your you mentally have to be accepting the sizing up. Once it doesn't matter to you, that's when you know that you need to size up. I would say to you one thing though. If you feel that a share size you are too comfortable with, then you're probably trading too low of a size. You need to be slightly uncomfortable, not too uncomfortable where you're shaking and you can't pull any trigger or you can't exit, but you should be uncomfortable enough to really focus, like really focus. Right? There is a thing called, believe it or not, amongst the traders, day traders, which is there's your thingy. This is interesting, which is triple S, I believe, triple S, SSS, short, small share size syndrome, I think, something like that. It could be quadruple S or something like that. But it does exist. It's something like that does exist amongst the traders. And yeah, at one point it did for everyone. Small size syndrome. Yeah, small size syndrome. Small size syndrome. That sounds bad, man. That sounds bad. Hey, man, take it however you want to take it, you know? If it's if it's relevant to you in that department as well, well, you know, just don't mind. All right. Yeah, that's how you deal with it, man. Because you mentally you have to be okay with it. Like for example, I don't know whether I mentioned it. Going from 50 risk to going from $30 risk to $50 risk was so difficult for me. It took me months and months, maybe almost a year, from while being consistent. Like every time I would move on to 50, it would decline. The chart will go decline, my PNL chart. As soon as I'm back to 30, it starts to grind back up again. So slowly what I've done is every week I would just incrementally move it, my risk. I would make it 35, 40, 45, 50, so that I'm mentally, slowly, gradually getting into that 50 instead of jumping from 30 to 50. A lot of people say, oh, I'm trading $1,000 risk now, I need to jump to $10,000 risk. Or I'm trading $100 risk now, I need to go $1,000, just one digit. No, man, it doesn't work like that. Your mind, you're going to go mad. You will go mad. if you do that. You just want to make sure you do it very, very small fractions. Because eventually, if you start doing that, eventually you will realize that you are actually trading the size you wanted without even noticing. But you have to do it slowly though. Maybe make it a note of yourself, make it a target that you want to increase at least. I would say, depending on the size of your account, let's say 1%, 2% every week or every 2 weeks. Or in terms of, let's say, risk, yeah, you're trading 50 cents, $50 per trade. Make it a promise to yourself that you're going to increase that every 2 weeks from 50 to 5, every 5 increments, 55, 60, 65, 70. It actually adds up. And once you are comfortable, you can actually add $10, $10, like 70, 80, 90, 100. Once you reach 100, in that sense, then you can do 20, 25 in 25s, 125s, 150s. And then it actually explodes. That's why I was mentioning, like, from 30 to 50 was the hardest for me. It took me more than a year, I think. Just months and months of grind. So just know that it does definitely take a while. Take your time, man. So the triple S you struggle with as well. Everybody seems to be struggling with, bro. Everybody does. This area, you see, this will be a really good level to watch for Oasis wanted to learn. This, go back to this 540 level. Look at what it did. Beautiful. Look at the tick. Right to the tick, 540 hold. So somebody's holding this thing. Doesn't want this 540 to break, and it's going for it. This is a really good opportunity right now for long now. If it does take this high out, it's probably going to squeeze, and then you've got 6s to break. This is very interesting. Like, and also don't forget that this 540 lifts, then you're down for a big move as well. But don't ignore the fact that it could be crowded as well. There it goes. And once it's overcrowded, this happens. It just doesn't. Oh, look at this dip buys. Look at this dip buy. Wow. Okay, so I think somebody's scalping it within a range. Somebody's scalping it within a range, guys. Be careful. It's interesting. Borrow. This is also the only issue with this one is overcrowded. Let's borrow. Brew, right? Which one is it? Borrow. Brew? Yeah, this is the one I didn't want to trade because it's a military equipment supplier, i.e. Yeah, this, as I was mentioning earlier, if this was not the company that deals with providing military equipment, then yeah, I would have definitely been all over it. 6 break is really nice. Even before that was a good break, actually. Yeah. Definitely a better one. Whereby IFRX is very, very crowded. This is what you see when a crowded stock trades. Didn't take it. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, I wasn't going to trade that. I didn't even put it on my watch list. I was mentioning on the pre-market that Burrow looks very, very nice if you're going to trade it, but I'm not touching it. SPY is actually moving nicely to the upside, which I was kind of expecting. This is what I meant by, the gap fill attempt. This already has gap filled, but it's trying to reclaim from red to green. And once it does that, then we might see more strength to the upside. But if it doesn't able, if it's not able to do that within, let's say, next half an hour or so, we might see a rejection coming down, maybe getting back into a chop. Usually SPY does tend to have a decent trend midday, kind of like after 11. After 11, well, actually, it's been definitely different. It's been different, huh? So SPY has actually changed its kind of like a pattern. Yeah, it's changed its pattern. So I'm not gonna say that it does that midday. Yeah, this is what I meant by, like, I'm short biased on AI. This try to initial chop is quite understandable. Okay, this is quite ignore this. Imagine this doesn't exist, right? This whole price action doesn't exist, right? And then let's say you cut this off, and then we see a price action that's going towards that 25 gap fill, barely fills the gap, and then rejects strongly with a big volume, right? Right, big volume, although declining volume on this downtrend. But after the break of 24s, this is where I would have been interested in this, because it broke everything and then started trading under and started to look for, barely takes out that level and then comes back in. Beautiful trade. This would have been really nice. As I mentioned, this has a room until 22s, even further. So it's already hit that 23s, $1 move from where I was mentioning it. So yeah, there it goes. Massive trade, this one. So this is one of the ones I was watching. CDLX is also one I was watching, but it's not doing what I was expecting. So there wouldn't have been any trade on this one at all. What else? IonQ under 690, still not able to go faster than I mean, I was expecting this to be going towards the 710s and then come back in, but it didn't, so I left it alone. And then IFRX. Look at this. This is just a stop run written all over it. Like, look at that. 540 breaks, then reclaims. So everybody weekends got off right on this train here. They on the station. So they got off here, and then it just started to run for it. Is there news, by the way, on SPY? It's 10 o'clock. Is there news, guys? There's got to be news, right? ISM non-manufacturing. Okay. Right. Non-manufacturing employment for March. 51.3 versus 53. That's not much, to be honest. 54 was prior, so yeah, it's not much. So it should reclaim to back its original trading area, whereby right here somewhere it's doing that. Okay. Yeah, it's just back to its norm, isn't it? And then over PMI as well. 10A PMI. Yeah, quite a strong. These are high impact news, especially when the actual comes up way different than the forecast. Then these things really move the market. ISM, and also CPIs and PMIs and PPIs, all of these. I would say CPI, PPI, those two are much more highly regarded. Anyways, guys, so that's pretty much me done for the day. Again, as I said, I just wanted to come and say hi. I haven't gone anywhere. I am back, but if my throat starts to kill me tomorrow, then I will not be streaming. But I'll, hopefully I'll be back fresh for the next week. So just wanted to come and say hi. That's all. Dude, I've been well, man. I've been with the guests. My mom came to visit, and it was a great time. I spent most of my time with them. um, it's just I wouldn't say I needed that break, but it's always good to have the option to be able to have a break like that, because you never know, man, in life. Honestly, like especially the family, we barely see each other, and I grew up with a very, very family oriented mindset, and family is everything to me. And if there's a chance that I could spend some time with my mother or my parents, my siblings, I will not let it go. So that's what I did in the last 3 weeks or a month. I was with the family. They stayed over way more than anticipated. So they came for a week or so, but they stayed, I think, about 3 weeks, something like that. So nothing, everything stopped. No trading, no streaming, nothing. So it's one of the perks of trading, basically being able to do that. I'm glad that I could do it. And yeah, I'm really happy that I did it. And now I'm trying to be back. The only issue is if you have like a 3 weeks break, getting back in the zone, it takes about a week. Sometimes it takes a few days. That's why I'm like looking at some charts, getting myself sort of familiarized with what's happening in the markets and what's running, what's hot, what's not. And so that I can be ready for, wow, okay, so SPY is not looking good. So I can be ready for the next week trading. I'll be starting next week, Monday. So wish me luck. Anyways, good seeing you all. Zell, Doritos, Oasis, and say hi to Snicker for me if you guys see him on the Discord. Let him know. I will try to be back. All right, guys, take it easy. Stay safe out there, and peace. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, great time. Great time. Absolutely amazing time. I do also, I don't want to really sort of share too much, but well, why not? Summertime probably as well. You know me. You know how it works, right? Wise? Oh shit, I moved my thingy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, summertime come July time. It'll be 2 months. 2 months. Big, massive trip. Anyways, that's a long way to go. So, all right, guys. I'll see you around. Take it easy. Stay safe. And best of luck.